I know I'm pretty late on the bandwagon on this one, but that's okay, I'm in no rush. I just wanted to point out how privileged certain people seem to be. They're so privileged that they don't even realize. And today I'm going to make a response video based on them not realizing on how some Black Lives Matter activists respond to Orlando. And with Orlando I did not mean the state. I meant the shooting of 50 plus people who are homosexual, and therefore an idiot found it a good idea to kill them based on his religion. Which is a terrible thing. I think we all agree that killing someone because of whatever reason, unless it's self-defense, is bullshit. But the funny part is that these activists, well, it's not that they don't agree that it was terrible, but somehow they seem to think it's unfair that these people who got killed in Orlando get so much, how do you call it, support? It's almost as if we're back, how long, half a year, I don't know, can't remember, I haven't looked it up. When Black Lives Matter started the hashtag Fuck Paris, because the terrorist attack in Paris took the limelight away from them. How fucking privileged you are. And then you talk about how people are not seeing you. Well, I'm sorry, we do see you. But we evaluate you different than you want to be evaluated. We evaluate you as whining little children. But by saying all this, I may have just given away the rest of the video. So let's just start with the rest of the video. And if you want to watch it, please have a critical eye. Don't believe me because I say it. Have a critical eye.
I was really nervous to get up here because there's a lot of white people in the crowd. And that wasn't a joke.
Only a few seconds in and the segregation has started. Be ready to be segregated because you're not black.
I wish this many people came out to our racial demonstrations and our Black Lives Matter movement.
And once again, a terrorism attack has been given attention. And you wanted that attention because Black Lives Matter. Not all life matters. Not gay life matters. No, Black Lives Matter. Because a millionaire's son stood in front of a car, walked into the car, and therefore feels assaulted. People should have supported you because that's easily as bad as 50 plus people getting killed. Can you hear yourself?
How are you?
How am I? Upset.
Well, I don't want to stand up here and be angry because this isn't for me and this isn't for you. It's for the people that we lost.
Well, I'm glad you recognize that. But somehow I know you're going to, aren't you?
And the people we may lose tomorrow and the people we lost yesterday. But I thought I'd take the moment to just list out some facts that many of you probably don't know because you're white.
See, it took her just the end of the sentence to come back on the very thing she said at the beginning of the sentence. And I love the dig. These are things you don't know because you're white.
I'm tired of the black and white dichotomy that happens every time we talk about race or anything that goes on in our country, but we never take the time to consider the shades in between, like mine.
Translation. It's a terrible thing that we're together here because people got killed, but fuck them, let's talk about my problems.
And as much as it is awesome that there's so many people here today, but it's like, who are you really here for?
Yep, on a memorial service for the victims of a terrorist attack, a black girl is asking, who are you really here for? Because she doesn't recognize the fact that it's a memorial service for victims of a terrorist attack.
So
See, even people right there are recognizing it. So why can't you recognize it yourself? But funny enough, there are also people in the crowd who do not want to point out that you're being a hypocrite. They rather support you than the reason they're actually there for.
Hey, no. We are not here to blame everybody. We are here to support. Sir, I ask you to please, just please.
Yeah, please don't point out the hypocrisy in this. Well, let's call her a girl, shall we?
I love you so much right now for getting up here and being absolutely... When so often your voice is unshared and it doesn't matter, and right now it matters.
Yeah, instead of answering the criticism, you're going to say, no, you have to listen because our voices matter. How proud you are to try and make it all about you once again. And look at all those nice people applauding it. Oh, wait a second. You hear a lot of people, but you don't see a lot of people applauding it. Funny, isn't it? The rest of the original movie shows the, well, let's call them hecklers, walking away. And in all fairness, maybe I should make a movie about these people, because they are brave. They go against the tide, even though the tide doesn't know what's going on. These are people who actually recognize that this girl is doing everything she can to hijack an event, to hijack a movement, and make it sound as if she is the victim. It starts right at the beginning. I only wish so many people would show up for Black Lives Matters. Well, why the fuck would so many people show up for Black Lives Matter when Black Lives Matter go into a library to shout into people's faces and annoy them because, hey, if you're not with us, shut it down. When they go to a Bernie Sanders rally, when Bernie Sanders is trying to speak to the people who came to hear to him, and they go up on stage, and if you do not give us what we want, we will shut it down. This isn't about Black Lives Matter. This is about all life matters. But you don't see it like that. Because to you, all life doesn't matter. Black lives matter. And all the rest of them, well, fuck them. They're either the white devil, or they're just gay, or they're French, so who cares? They're not black, therefore it's not important. I'm sorry, I'm trying to regain my cool here. And I'm going to end this movie by showing the rest of the original movie. And I'm going to see if I can find the names of these guys, because they are heroes. And I'm sorry that they chose to walk away from it. They should have made a bigger stink, to be honest. But they did make a stink already, which basically made us notice. And for that, I am grateful.
They're segregating us. Right there on stage, they're segregating us as a community.
This is still public property. And
They are segregating
us. Can you not? Can we not have a disagreement?
Between who? The people
We
on
had
stage.
an integration with the people on stage.
Because
So
they are
he's-
making
he's
it a
just
racial
interviewing.
issue. It's not a racial issue at this point.
I can't believe that was
Daniel, same last name.
related.
We're married.
My
issue is, I'm hurt too. I live there. I know people that go to that club on a regular basis. The issue is, why does this have to turn into a Latino versus Caucasian, a black versus Latino, a black versus white?
And that's what she's making
We're
it into.
all, you know, first off, we start off with this peace. Well, you know what? I'm past peace. I've been marching in these things since 1982. And every time that someone gets murdered, when there are 16 attacks in Dallas right after Pride, what do? We sing, "We ain't gonna love war no more. Let's all hug and kiss and kumbaya," and then we never turn around and turn that hurt and that pain and that sorrow and that crying into action.
What was your intention in coming here today?
My intention was that you know, we need to heal. We're all hurt, but I'm tired of our community. And when I say community, not only the GLBTQ community here, but also our community in Columbia, our community on Mizzou, that everything has to be divided into color, into
There is
race.
such a division instead of unity. You always hear about diversity, but you don't hear about unity. Why do you think that is?
Because we're not a unified community. And because of things like that. Because of this, should we restrict automatic rifles or weapon-style rifles? But that's a discussion we can have another day. What we have to get to in this community is we don't have to look like each other, but we do have to understand each other.
What did you come here expecting today?
I expected a community to come together. Everyone.
And what did you get instead?
I got someone speaking on stage that tried to make it all about her culture and divide
But it's
the rest.
a common thing now.
That's not what this is about.
It's not time to, we stop explaining to each other and start listening to each other, and we're not doing that.
Yeah, okay. So, I don't know what to say. I really don't. I mean, these guys worded it perfectly. I can't make it sound better or worse or anything. And these guys really are, to me, unsung heroes. They stood up against the tide, and even though the tide did not realize it, but yeah, I mean, we need more people like this. Because currently we are allowing our society to be segregated by people that are descendants of people who fought against segregation. And a bunch of people get murdered, whether it's in Orlando or in Paris, and then there is this small group of fringe black people that feels that it has to be about them. Because if it's not about them, then they get discriminated against. Oh no, can't have that. It's stupefying. I'm sorry, I can't find a better word for it. I can't believe that the American society is allowing this to happen. It's not even black people doing this. This is Black Lives Matters. And I do definitely see a difference between black people and Black Lives Matters. Because Black Lives Matter is only about Black Lives Matter. They're not about black people. They're not about people. They're about attention. They're whiny little bitches that don't want to play in the sandbox unless everyone watches them build their little sandcastles. And as soon as something happens to one of those sandcastles, hey, be assured that you better be watching from well enough a distance, otherwise it's your fault. And if something happens to you, be assured that they will bitch and moan until they get the attention back and it's gone off of you because, hey, you don't matter. Black lives matter, remember? But yeah, this is my response, rant, whatever you want to call it. I hope you, well, you know what? I don't even hope you agree with me. I hope you watched it and I hope it'll make you think. And if you do not agree with me, please, criticism, as always, is more than welcome. So if you think something I said is wrong and you have a reason for it, please let me know. because I am very curious. And as always, please like, share and subscribe, because, well, that's only nice for me. And the bigger my channel gets, the more satisfied I feel that I'm not just ranting, but I'm actually saying something that makes people think, because that's basically all I want to do. It's not that I'm right, it's not that I'm wrong, it's just another point of view. Anyway, thank you for watching and see you guys soon.